right. So we did a bunch of leather items the other day with the Prime Neats Foot Oil Compound. And this is the 16-ounce size. Phoebings or fibings, whatever you call it. And let that soak in for about a week. And trust me, my favorite is Picard. Um, uh, but I don't know where it is right now. It's in a box. Um, so I got some of this Lexol at the farm supply. Leather tack conditioner. So I wanted heavy duty. I'm not a big fan of Lexol. I've used it only a couple times. I really prefer Picard, period. But I don't know where it is. So I got this little washcloth. I want to use something nice and soft. Even a microfiber is good too. Um, uh, I got this is brand new. I had bought like 3 of them at Walmart for under $1 each, and this one works out real good. So let me trim this off. These came from a storage auction, and man, they were terrible. They had been rained on. They were really dry. I hate to lose that thread on there. And I mean, they were really pitiful. They were stained, and so I had to try to get the leather clean. They were super, super dry. They were really light, a lot lighter color, probably because it's so darn dry. They're really bad. Try to get this stuff as we go along. Now, real leather is going to have oddball characteristics, wrinkles and things, and different color variations. No matter what you do with it, it's just a natural characteristic of leather. That's the difference between plastic and leather, for sure. So some things are to be expected. If it looks perfect, it's probably not leather. Okay. So that looks pretty decent. So we're going to use this Lexol. I filled it in with Walmart baggies to hold it while the conditioner was soaking in. And that way they'll be able to stand alone on themselves. It takes a lot of the wrinkles out. You don't want to stretch it, per se. You just want to fill it in a hair. And so we will begin. Shake it up just in case. These are mechanics paper towels. You get them at Walmart. I think it's like a $3 thing. This Lexol, I think I paid under $20 for it at the farm supply. I could have got it cheaper other places, and I'm sure I could have got a gallon of it really cheap. But I don't know that I would have been fooled with it too much because I really, really, really like Picard. But we'll have to go with this for now because after using this, which is great for dyeing, if you want to mix a little dye with this in a cup and paint it on the shoe and let it dry into it, it's excellent for setting dye. If you've got to repair a shoe, but it kind of after the conditioning, it tends to leave it a little bit dry, so you got to go over it with another conditioner to really get it going after that first heavy condition. Okay, now, so it's kind of It looks like melted cookie dough color. It's kind of a beige creamy thing. So we will use this. I do the edges too. Boy, these were so dry before. I mean, they were just trash. And these are earth shoe. And instead of tossing them away, which I've always been real good working with leather because I learned how to do a lot of that at Leatherbound LTD from my bosses. When we were allowed to use our supplies and products as much as we wanted to at work, condition our own things, or at least that's what we did. So you were always touching up your favorite boots or whatever, and it was free. But we used to carry Dubbin. It was Dubbin. Came in a big silver can, or gold can, a really big can, kind of like these. It was a real big gold can, and it was greasy and it smelled just like fresh cooked bacon. The only problem is it took forever to get the bacon smell out of the leather. Used it for years. I loved that stuff, but it just, that's why I like Picard so much. It was very much the same texture and product kind of thing, visually, but it didn't have that reek of bacon smell, because when you're doing stuff for resale, if you ship somebody something that smells like like cooked bacon, they're going to get mad. Things can't smell. They can't smell like smoke or weird smells or pets or any of that. You have to be really careful. So that's why I like that Picard so much. I use it on car interiors, everything. We had sold one of our cars, and it had black leather interior, big Lincoln, and the car always came back. This car had a bad love affair for my husband, and it always came back, and he would start driving it around again. And one of the clowns that bought it, I guess, left the window open on it in the rain, and it just, I couldn't believe how bad the seats looked on the driver's side, front and rear, just ruined. And I used that Picard, and it brought them back. It was hard to believe. I didn't have to re-dye it or anything. So I'm a big fan of Picard. Sounds like a question to me. God, I hope it's not somebody trying to make me a crappy offer. So lay a bunch of this on there and let it soak in. This probably won't take but a few hours or a day to get this in. I'm gonna lay a ton of it on this. This is really coming up good. And it's darkened quite a bit, but I don't care. That may be the original color it's supposed to be. These are men's sandals. They call them fishing sandals. But these shoes are so expensive. I had some back when they were low heel and tall front, because they said it was better for your spine. And you had to learn how to walk in them. God, they were like walking uphill all the time. And I don't see any more of those anymore. from Earth Shoe. But it's still just as expensive. But these are all leather and a big chewy tread Earth Shoe. I'm gonna get even these suede edges here because they need moisture too. Because this is a shoe. Otherwise, you don't normally condition suede unless you use like a suede spray because it's designed for it. And I think this is gonna come out pretty good. But you want to be real gentle with it, man. Man, some of these, I've looked at some YouTube vlogs and it sounds like they're doing sandpaper, rubbing on the leather. And you don't want to do that because you want to try to preserve the finish that it's been given. All you want to do is try to get this conditioner in there. That's all you want to do. I mean, a shoemaker is really your best option if you can afford to pay a shoemaker or you have a good one. You can take an old pair of shoes. I did that one year at the flea market. Got some gorgeous dress shoes and took them to a shoemaker, paid him $15, and he redid the shoes that were just absolutely like brand new. And I sold them for over $100 on eBay. And my husband was like, "No, you didn't." I said, "Yes, I did." But if you take the time and learn, you can do it yourself. And do it carefully without ruining the stuff. You get a little bit more up in here. The last lexol I used was real thin like water. This is a little more creamier. But we just need to get that condition in. Let's get this rolling. Probably would rather use a paintbrush. Paint this stuff on. And this one's sucking it up. And boy, I really had to wash these up. The saddle soap. To try to get them to clean. And it came up quite good. I'm real happy with them at this point. They've come a very long way. I did a bunch of pieces the other day. I ran out of battery for my YouTube live. And so I had to exit stage left. Get the edges. Edges. See that raw suede edge? It sucks up the conditioner too. You can even do it on the back on something like this to really try to get this back in shape. Once it's dead, it has no nutrients. The animal eats different stuff in its diet, which keeps the hide moisturized, but once they take it off the animal, it's kind of like party's over. So you've got to try to put the nutrients back in. Let's see, I can tilt this up here. Sucking this is pretty good. I don't care if the smell's so good. It's a strange smell. Like a plasticky smell. I'm just soaking it up. Soaking wet as I can. I'm not trying to rub the surface off or anything like that. I just want to get as much of this on that I can. The other condition, I did the sole of these sandals too, but I'm not going to do the sole with this. I want to make sure all this stuff dries out good before I photograph and get ready to ship, because these need to get sold. These are worth quite a bit of money. Used. I think it's like $50 used on these. Let's get some more on this buckle set up here. Leather can last several lifetimes. You just got to take care of it. It's got to be nourished. I would say at least twice a year condition. If it ever hits water, and it's not cabretta leather, which cabretta leather can handle water because it's naturally waterproof, because the pores of the animal's fur are so close together, it kind of acts like it's waterproof. That's a real shiny leather that looks like it's plastic. Usually done in black jackets, but it's actually leather. But other than that, these are not really waterproof. Suede's the worst enemy. Gosh, don't get caught with suede in rain. It gets really trashy really fast. So, we are looking pretty good here. I gotta get these done so they can be sold. These came out pretty interesting. These are Kohan. I'm thinking I bought these for me. But these look really good. Kohan's expensive stuff. But I got these at a secondhand store. But these could be retouched with that pen. Oh no, here comes that loudmouth. But I might try to go back in on those after. We'll see. Because a lot of stuff comes out when you condition it. But these were a real blonde looking, like the color of a box. And I used that other treatment on there. And oh my God, just sucked it up instantly. And they're actually very beautiful. They're not even brushed out. And they're woven. They're real pretty. And so we'll lay a whole bunch of this on here. And this is a leather sole. So I conditioned the inside of these the first round. I think I'm gonna leave them alone now. Don't get as much as you can. Now these are woven, so I gotta get a lot of this product on here. Get it on the tassels. Tassels are so much better. They were really dry like wood. I don't even know if I've worn these yet. Pretty sure I bought these for me. but just be really gentle. You don't have to really rub. Just get the product on there. Let it soak itself in. That's going to be the proof to the pudding. Right there. Okay, that one's ready. This goes on so much faster than that other stuff, but I was working with really dry leather to begin with. So now we're going to get real good on this second conditioning with this other product. I guess this stuff's okay. I just still like my Picard. I really, really do. I have to prepare that little piece has come out. Do these edges. I probably won't do, well, I might do a third treatment and just use a paintbrush and lay it on. Because see, these two, I've got some extra dirt and stuff off on these two coats on all this stuff. So I may come back and do it a third time. But these are just really impressive how nicely they've come out so far. And I didn't keep the sole this time. I don't want them to get too slippery. And you don't have to keep them. These are naturalizers. I bought these at a yard sale for like $1 or $2, and they're leather. I already conditioned these previously with that other stuff, for that needs fit oil compound. So we're going to go over this. These do not have a leather sole, they just have a rubber sole. This may be a stacked leather heel, may not be, maybe imitation. Love that stacked leather. Okay, sure looks pretty good here. I like to condition the leather around the zipper area to make sure that they don't rip apart if they're like real old. Because that would be terrible if you sell them to somebody and this stuff rips apart. So, get all this zip area so we make sure that doesn't rip apart for any reason. All right. There's somebody there. Hello, hello. Thank you for the thumbs up. Okay. Some girl back here on my phone. Okay, that one's done. All right. Let's get this one done. I think you guys missed all these other pieces. I whooped a whole bunch out the other day. Make sure to get all these tips You can try to sometimes gently rub if you have any scuffs, but don't get too crazy about it. A lot of that stuff will disappear as you roll along, but you don't want to take the finish off because it's really hard to correct it. These people in this drama. Kill that negative drama. So this goes on real fast. And we are getting just a little bit of dirt off of these on the second round. These are really nice shape though, honestly. I think these are going to do real well for resale. Okay. I'll have to get these rolling. Here's another pair of little booties. These were real expensive on online. Antonio Milani. Yeah, Antonio Milani. Little tiny granny boot heels. They don't look like they've been worn too much. Those are leather. We're going to go ahead and try to condition those up. These are a much finer type leather. Now these retail out real expensive. Unused. So I only bought these for $1 or $2, or it might have been $3 for the two booties. The gray one and this one. At the yard sale about a week ago. I was like, okay. Some of these creases are starting to disappear from getting conditioned. It's not a good idea. A lot of people are into the same where you take a rag, a wet rag, and then put an iron and hold it over to try to take the wrinkles out. It's not good to do that to leather. It's really a no-no. Just condition it. There's one. That one's accepting the conditioner very nicely. I think these retail used like $70. I've got a pair in storage right now that retails used at like $700 to $900. They're Stuart Weitzman's, and I got those going to the bins. What a stinky trip that was. The bins themselves weren't stinky. It was just the stuff I bought to bring back in the car. I thought I was going to puke all the way back because it was just so foul. And I had even stopped midway to buy laundry soaps and everything, hoping I'd catch a washateria on the way back so I could try to wash it because I thought I was going to throw up. It was so foul. I was hoping they'll stop and get that stuff in washers. It didn't. It's pretty bad. Even when you try to spray Febreze on it, it's nasty. A lot of people like those bins, but boy, those clothes. I mean, they're probably a lot of them come from dead people. And when someone dies in a house, the dead smell will go through that house, and it goes into everything in the house. Everything smells like dead, and it's real hard to sell any of this stuff after it smells like dead. Just like a car, if somebody died in it, and they try to sell the car. These are Earth Shoes or Earth Spirit 2000. So, because that's another form of Earth shoe, this may sell well too. Who knows? We'll see. I think I got those sandals at the bins. And that stuff's about a pound, so these are probably like $1 at bins in Panama City. It's a great place to go if you're in, and if you need clothes and you don't want to spend a ton of money, you want some fun new stuff, like you like anime stuff or whatever. There's all kinds of neat stuff in there, but it takes hours to go through that stuff. It's kind of aggravating. It's like going through a kid's nasty bedroom and digging stuff up. That's what it's like. It's just painful. It takes just forever. But I spent 4 or 5 hours down there. I did some YouTube vlogs about it. But it's not something I would really want to do on a regular basis. Although there's a lot of people who go, oh my God, I just couldn't live without it. I just love bins. Keep it. I don't like it. These have a strange pink to them for some reason. I had to scrub these soles out a little bit. They might have been laying next to something pink or red. I like to get the stuff just as perfect as I can, really. I like somebody to buy something that looks just really, really good. Like brand new, like any use for me. You know what I mean? And I'm not a big fan of playing with shoes and all that stuff. A lot. Really am not. But when it's a lot of good money like one of these items, it's kind of worth it. This is a Liz Claiborne. And I believe this is all leather. This was super dry. Looked like it had been wet at one point. I got this out of the trash. People throw away a lot of stuff at storage places and out to the curb after yard sale. I believe this may have come out of trash or something. I have got tons of wallets from a storage auction that I have to go through. See if they're worth poop. As a rule, I don't like to sell anything that's not going to profit at least $20. It's just a pure waste of time to me. And, you got to figure your hours too, man. I'm sitting here playing with this stuff when I can be doing other stuff. And you got to be real careful. I'm not a big fan of playing with Coach or Louis Vuitton or Gucci, any of that stuff, because you don't You need to have it certified to make sure it's real. You get caught selling any fakes, it's all over with. Not like I think Liz Claiborne's a big deal, but I just like leather. And leather can look like $1,000,000 if you take care of it. Let's see what that does. Oh, that's going to be profitable. No, this is going to be profitable. This is a Cole Haan men's dress belt. Look at the condition of this belt. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the beautiful burgundy leather. Look at how good a shape this is. I conditioned it with that other stuff the other day. This is all the stuff I conditioned the other day. There's a couple scratch right here. This is full leather. It's got a little kink right here and here from regular wear, but it's not cracked or anything. So, it's absolutely beautiful. And these sell really well. I mean, that brass is like brand new. It's very expensive, but they sell real well, even used. This one's like 40 and up, used. This is in exceptionally good condition. Get the sides. I would much rather paint this on with a brush for sure. This belt is just beautiful. If it wasn't so big, I'd keep it. Love a good leather belt. I used to have really great leather belts when I sold clothes in Beverly Hills. And most of those got stolen on my lizard and all that stuff. Beautiful belt. I want to get a lot in here. Lay it in here real thick. I want to soak in real good and hopefully poof out that leather right there just to make sure it doesn't crack or anything. But what a beautiful belt. Oh my gosh. That's money. I'll put that on a cracker. Okay. Now, until I show you this. So, this, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. This is a, let's see if I can get it up here. Here we go. Wilson's House of Suede and Leather. Maxima, large, like a biker jacket. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? This, I conditioned this with that stuff the other day. Boy, I would rather have my Picard, though. I'm telling you, I love that Picard. What we gotta do. Bad thing was I put it on this hanger, which leather tends to take the shape of what it hangs on, and also a person's body. If you ever have anything leather, don't loan it to anybody, because that's the worst thing you can do. Because they'll stretch your jacket out and ruin it. I used to tell dancers that when it was real fashionable for them to buy that black leather dress or the skirts at the tops or whatever, and I'd say, don't loan it to anybody. I'm like, why? Well, first of all, it takes the scent of your body. Can't spray cologne on it. You crack the leather. 2, it doesn't get washed. It has to be serviced like every time you wear it, or it starts smelling like dead cow. And it takes the shape of the body, whatever it hangs on it from the heat and pulling on it and stuff, it will become the shape of your body. So it's like a second skin. And a lot of people don't understand that. And also when it's hanging on a hanger, you should use a real good wood hanger that's wide, you know, those really old wood hangers. And that is great, but you've got to keep the stuff conditioned because it will just self-destruct. Even if it's cheap leather or expensive leather, condition it. It just gets too dry. This one, it probably hasn't been conditioned its whole life. I didn't take care of it too very well. And this is an old jacket. Old Wilson's House of Suede and Leather. Man, does that even exist anymore? We used to laugh at them in the mall when I worked at SHOWGIRLLTD in the Valley in California. We used to go, yeah, well, you could go to Wilson's and get that old cheap old jacket because all our jackets were like $1,000. Sold Tony Lama boots. Oh my God, those boots, there was none of them less than $300. And we had $3,000 Tony Lama boots, ostrich boots, the lizard toe boots. God, they're just beautiful. I had truckers come in and go, yeah, I can get them in Texas for about 45 a pair. So will bring me back about 10. You know, I'll be retailing them. I've never seen any of them that cheap in all the years. But there's a girl the other day that sold hers like the crack sale. Her mother had a pair of Tony Lamas, so you know they were really old. And Tony Lama isn't Tony Lama anymore. It was bought out by the competitor company. I think it was Justin Boots, which Justin weren't that great. They used a lot of plastic and stuff. I can't even think if we sold Justin Boots. But Tony Lama's the boot of all boots. Oh, jeez. Do you want cowboy boots? That's the one to get. But yeah, and she found that stuff out. It was her mom's boots, some real pretty black cowboy boots, which you probably could have conditioned and cleaned on top of it. And she was proud she sold them for $25. I said, why do you sell it like the crack sale? 10 cents on the dollar. Well, that was the market rate. You know what? Let me explain something to you. You can check eBay solds. And if you do check eBay solds, the first thing you need to mark off on it is buy it now. Because nobody runs auctions anymore. You can even get your money on auction. They never pay. And then you got to click US only. See? That's how you start checking the market. And then you got to see what it's sold. It's only going to show you about 3 months worth of sales on eBay. The last 3 months. So if it's a product that's out of season, it's going to go cheap. Like nobody's buying leather cowboy boots in the summer. You know what I mean? It's like sweaters would be cheap in the summer and they go higher in the winter. But your biggest thing is you got to search the internet. Download Google Lens to your phone. Take a picture of the product. You would never believe all the stuff that comes up sold and unsold. To get a better idea of what you need to sell it for. Don't trust eBay. There's too many people sell it like the damn crack sale. So stupid. You know? Yeah, she sold those damn boots $25. Boy. She's like, well, they were free. They were my mom's boots. Why would you do that? So dumb. Those boots, she should have got nothing less than 100 used. If she conditioned them up, used. Now there's this other banana head, and she's like a 300 pounder. I don't want to say her name or anything, or the name of her channel, but she's always real proud about her sales. And oh my gosh, she's doing this deal with this old dude that I guess closed his retail shop down in Southern wear and stuff. And she's getting these Tony Lamas and high dollar boots that are brand new in the box for $40, $50 a pair, right? in real good boxes and stuff, you know. And she's sitting there running them out for like $75 and stuff. I said, "Have you lost your mind?" And back in the old days, those boots never went for less than $300. That's way back, okay? When I was under 21, selling for Leatherbound LTD. Yeah. And I was the second top salesperson in that store. The second. Hot dog seller, that's for sure. But, you know, if Tony Lama was still, in fact, in business, like I say, apparently it's been bought out by Justin Boots. I think in the early 2000s or something. I promise you, if it's still the same quality of boot and stuff, it's much, much, much higher to buy those boots. They did most of their boots in the specialty leathers. I mean, that ostrich boot, you knew when you saw that ostrich boot, I thought they were ugly. Oh, they look like a bad disease. They have lumps all over them. And, but boy, when you look down and you see some of those ostrich boots, you know those are in the thousands. And that's back then. You know, it'd be like a $3,000 pair of boots. If you wanted a Wild Bill Cody fringe jacket, that sucker going to be $700 to $1,000. That's a promise. And we got a little bit of discount there. I had bought my daddy a leather clipboard, the guy who has everything. I was trying to figure out what I could get him this one year. And I bought him this leather clipboard. It was gorgeous from Leatherbound LTD. And that thing was like $100. And even with my discount, I think it was like 70 or 80 bucks. And that's way back then, okay? But I mean, it's something that'll last you a lifetime. This one looks so good. I'm pretty excited about it. I still would rather have my Picard. I love that Picard stuff. I'm gonna have to order shipping bags soon, and we'll probably have to order some more Picards soon. I bought a big bucket of it. Don't be a fool and buy a little thing of it. Get a big bucket of that sucker, because you'll just use it on everything. From car seats to, you have a leather couch, boots, jackets. Stuff is so good. This is okay. I want to see what it looks like when it dries. I've used their thin product before and I wasn't really excited about it. See how wrinkly that is? That's because it's been too dry. This is such an old jacket, I'm sure. There's no telling how old this sucker is. It's probably, I bet it's from like the 70s. Somebody had to die to lose this jacket, I'm sure. Wilson's House of Suede and Leather. Because they were famous for gluing stuff together. They didn't sew a lot. Most of their seams were all glued together and stuff. You lift up the linings in them and you could see they had glued it together. It was pretty dodgy. I'm being real gentle here because I don't want to scrape the leather. I want to lay this stuff on like soaking wet. You know what I mean? So it will soak it up. This one's pretty close to being listed because it looks really, really good. And hopefully this one will bring a pretty penny. I have to research to see what it runs for. But I had looked before and I couldn't believe what Wilson's House of Suede and Leather stuff was selling for. Pretty comical. Okay, that's a little piece of thread. I thought it was a scratch. This one looks so good. I'm not going to have to recolor anything that I know of. Looks super good. Just lay this on soaking wet like hand lotion. You know what I mean? Look at this. It's really interesting. This, I hate to touch the inside. This, look at that. Isn't that funny? I've never seen anybody gather leather before like that. That's leather. That's not polyester in there. Isn't that something? Oh, it's soaking wet. As much as I can in there. And we're almost there. And trust me, I have some more. I've got some other leather jackets I've got to condition and get those ready to list. As we're coming in wintertime, it's a good time to sell them. They need to be sold. I don't need those. I just bought them as an investment to resell. I bought a beautiful one for my daughter. She decided she didn't want it. I thought she would absolutely love it. It's like a big patchwork dome and sleeve kind of jacket, I think. It was really pretty. She didn't want it. She kind of wanted more of that biker jacket looking thing. I'm like, no, I don't want you to wear anything like that. You look like a gang member. It's sucking a lot of this up. Oh, I wish I had my car. Whew. But this is better than nothing. Like I said, we can always do it again. But I'll get it really wet. It is truly just sucking it up. Okay. Trying to get these wrinkly bits really conditioned. They've come out quite nicely so far. When I use that other conditioner, get under the arms, check your elbows, check at the end of the sleeve. Dab it on there. This jacket looks so good. Hopefully we get to list this pretty soon. And then we will, I have to get all this leather done. It's got to get listed pretty soon. Hopefully I get that other vlog up to show you how to get the shoes ready to list. Okay, let's see. This is a great item. This is a fabric shaver thing from Walmart. I did a vlog on this. It takes 2 little batteries. This little dude comes off. See the lengths? That's what I use to shave some stuff. See, look at the length from somebody wearing a sweater. They wore this jacket a lot. See, this is the next job I gotta do. Just cleaning this up. But I'm not gonna finish this right now. Just showing you a little sample. It's good for the inside of tennis shoes. If you're doing a resale pair of tennis shoes, you can get the little fur balls out. You just got to be real careful and light touch so you don't snag up the liner. See how that does? It's real light touch. Pretty cool, huh? Totally worth it. I've had 3 of those that I got free, and I never cared for them. That one's pretty good, though. Now we're going to put this on a big wide hanger. The wood one's the best. This one here is plastic, but I like the wood one the best. Hang this one up. And so there you have it. How did we do? See, not much came off. Lexol leather tack conditioner. This one is 1 liter, 33 ounce. We'll leave this rag with this because it's not too bad. Because we got lots more leather to do soon. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope that helped you. Love to you. Have a great day.